All right, I'm here with Roarke Knapp, and you'll be fighting for the second time in your career a Filipino, Jean-Ric Casidu. What's your thoughts going into this one? You know, after coming out of Paris, France, obviously that was an international contest. Now back to the Palace. How are you feeling?
Listen, obviously I had a bit of an upset in France, but we put that behind us. We move forward, and that's what I've got to do. In August. You asked what my thinking is, and my thinking is just to win. No matter what it happens or how it happens, whether it's a knockout or it goes the distance, I'm just coming to win, to basically clear my name of the loss, get back to winning ways, and then, try and rebuild again.
And of course, today, different scenery for us. We're not in the gym for the first time, I think. Oh, no, not the first time. Me and you have not done an interview. But can you just tell us where you are? Maybe give a shout out to the place.
We're in my brother's pawn shop, Sheldon's pawn shop here in Edenvale, in 3rd Avenue. I spend a lot of my time here. This is where some of the most entertainment happens. You see some crazy things here, some of which I can't talk about on camera. But we have a good laugh here. We have good fun here. So I thought it'd be nice to come and do the interview here and chat here.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just down the road from the Brian Mitchell Boxing Academy as well. So if anyone wants to pop in, make sure you do that.
Anything you need, you can get. You talk to my brother Sheldon, he'll sort you out.
Awesome. And so, Roarke, let's go back to your fight really quickly. You said at the press conference that the result is going to happen the same way you fought the other Filipino. Can you just elaborate on that and what you meant by that exactly?
Well, what I meant is that it's going to be a win. Like I say, it doesn't matter how it comes or when it comes, it's going to be a win. And I've always said this, if a knockout presents itself, I'm definitely going to take it. I mean, I go out there to try and knock my opponent out because it's either me or him, and it's not going to be me. So that's the mentality, and that's what I'm going into the fight. My intentions are for this fight. Again, like I said, it's just a win no matter what. Rebuild, get myself back into the winning column and look towards the next event, first and foremost. And hopefully we can do the job early in the fight, maybe get it done early, go home, spend some time with my family and take it easy after a nice earned victory.
You mentioned the motivation of your young family before the last fight, and obviously this fight, it continues. The fact that you're back in the ring now and willing to put on a performance, how has that grown your side, the family side of things?
Look, to be very honest with you, I've always been very family orientated. Now that I've got my own little family, it's just a different ball game. I can't really explain the feeling. It's the best feeling waking up to my little boy and my wife and, spending the evenings with him and just basically living a calm, quiet, easy life. If I'm not training, I'm at the family with my family, and if I'm not with my family, I'm training. I live a very boring but respectful life, I would like to say. I can say that. That's definitely a motivation for me. Of course I want to be a champion. Of course I want to do big things in the sport. That's definitely a motivation. But I've got added motivation with my son. It's not that he's just the motivation, it's added motivation. Going into the France fight, I put so much emphasis on it being for my family, that I lost touch of what I actually do this for. And what I do this for is for me at the end of the day, ultimately, because I want to become a world champion. Becoming a world champion and doing great things in the sport only benefits my family. So indirectly, doing it for me will inevitably bring success for them. So again, it is a huge motivational factor, but again, this is for me. I do this for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done the sport in the first place.
Right, and that's exactly what I wanted to go to next, because you took a camp to the UK recently, obviously to sharpen the skill sets, I'm imagining. What happened that side?
Oh, listen, the boys up in Western, shout out to Coach Dean from Western. Great bunch of lads, trained with some great fighters, trained with a great trainer. I went there, it was also to see my family. Unfortunately, I left my son and my wife behind. I just couldn't get the visas and passports sorted in time, and I needed to pull the trigger rather sooner than later, so I did. It was quite a while away, but it was a sacrifice I made to kind of better myself so that I come back and hit the ground running, which I did. I learned a hell of a lot that side. I saw just a different way of doing things, which is nice to be exposed to those things. That's what I went there for, to be exposed to completely different training, be out of my comfort zone, away from my familiarities. Of course I had my mom and my stepdad and my siblings there, which was great. But ultimately I was there to do a job, and that was to train and improve and try and level up and learn as much as I can, be a sponge and soak up as much as I can, which I did. I definitely plan on going back there quite often in between fights. I'll bring my family with me, I'll bring my wife, bring my son with me, just so that they can also experience the UK for the first time, see my family there. And it's quite a nice thing to do, you know, when I'm not in competition and I'm not in camp. It's a nice way to keep busy. It's a nice way to, as I say, keep the engines turning over, stay sharp, stay on the ball, so that when it's time to get ready for a fight, as they say, you don't need to get ready, you're already there and ready to go. So it's just about carrying that momentum over. So yeah, it was a great trip, learned a hell of a lot. It was great to be around those people, be in that environment where, as much as we work hard and we focus on a lot of technical things, it's fun. You know, you enjoy it, you have a bit of a laugh, good banter. It really felt like home while I was there.
And what a lot of people don't know about you is you're a Sunderland supporter as well.
Oh yes, 100%.
You don it, and have you been to the Stadium of Light before?
Yeah, I have. When I was a kid, I used to go to the Stadium of Light with my granddad quite often. The last time I went to Sunderland, I watched a Sunderland game versus Carlisle. It was a Scottish team, but this was years ago. Now we're in the Premiership, so I will be donning my Sunderland shirt on match days, which I'm looking very forward to. I didn't think that day was going to come for a long time. So when we won that final at Wembley, I was over the moon. I was the only one watching football in the house, so I was jumping, going crazy. People thought there was someone being murdered in the house the way I was shouting. But yeah, very excited, very happy that my beloved Sunderland's back in the Premiership.
And just touching on England one more time, is that I think people that have followed your career will know that you had a stint in England in boxing previously. You came back home. You're a lot more matured now as a boxer, I'm going to put it that way. So the regular camps, is that going to supplement your current camp here in South Africa, or is there a potential for you to actually move to the UK one day?
Listen, I wouldn't rule anything out. As I've learned over the years, you know, you can never be closed off to something. You have to keep your options open. Whatever comes my way, I'll take it. You know, I trust and have faith in God's plans for me. I believe that His will always be done, no matter what I like, no matter what I want. So I just trust in that. And if that's a move to the UK, to train in the UK, then that's exactly what it is. You know, we pray on it, we sit on it, we think on it, and we make the decision. I'll obviously discuss it with my team. You know, it won't be just up and leave and there you go. It'll be a clever move and a thought out move. It wouldn't just be winging it. So I'll be open to that. As I said, I would definitely go over there just to train and keep busy. That's where you learn a lot also, is outside of camps. When you're staying in the gym and you're staying busy and you're ticking over, when you don't have the pressure to get ready for a fight, you can really, really be a sponge and soak up as much knowledge as possible, rather than being a camp fighter. When it's camp time, you train. When there's no fight, you don't train. Which, look, I haven't been like that for many years, but I know that there's a gear that I need to, and I have taken it up to, which was after the French fight. That was the thing about the French fight. I learned that even though I lost, I wasn't, out of my depth. I was well within what I was capable of. I belonged there. Not only did I belong there, I could mix it with Bakary, and he's one of the best up there. So it showed me that I have the goods, I have the skill set to mix it there. It's just what you do outside of camp that separates those top guys from the rest. Those guys are always in shape. Those guys are always working on their ability, honing their skills. That's what I need to do. So like I said, a trip to the UK will be quite regular for me. That might not just be the UK. If I've got opportunities to go train overseas, maybe in America or wherever, I'll definitely take it. If I can take my family with me, I will get the best of both worlds. But even if not, I've got no issues making that sacrifice to go in and better myself and improve myself, because of obviously what the rewards will be later on.
All right, and then you step back into Empress Palace to watch your teammates in the last one, Bevan Sibanda, getting an IBF Charlton Malachik with the IBR Youth.
Yeah.
What was it feeling like being back in the venue and knowing that you're on the next tournament?
Look, I tried to enjoy it for what it was. I tried not to think about the fact that I will be there shortly after. There's a time and a place. With Bevan and Charlton fighting, I was there just to purely support the boys, do their thing. It was a good night of boxing all around. Bevan performed unbelievably. That was one of the best I've ever seen him fight. But I've always known it. I mean, Bevan and I train together all the time. We run together. We go to the gym together. We sit in the sauna together. We spend a lot of time together. He's actually seen some things that happened before the French fight that was quite insane, that we kind of share that bond over, with religion and everything like that. So we've gotten quite close. So to see him win an international title after losing to Kusi was so, I can't even, I was just happy for the kid, because not only is he talented, he's just such a good kid, so he deserves it. And then Charlton obviously pulling off the win for the IBO title against a tough game opponent, he deserves it. The Oak's been working so hard for so many years. He's fought everybody put in front of him, and he's he's delivered. And since he's been with Man, he's also done very well. You can see the improvements, and that was again on show when he won the IBR Youth World title. So I think there's definitely more to come for him. And Bevan as well. When he lost the WBC title, I said it might not be now, but definitely later. I said God's plans are for you to become a champion. I don't doubt it. You can't come this far and have nothing to show for it. Coming from where he's from, it's impossible that he can't have anything to show for it. I said it might not have been your time for now when he lost the WBC belt, but his time is coming, and it came with the IBF, and so we spoke about that. And so to see that come off was really good. Really happy to see that.
All right, it's fantastic, and I concur. Bevan Sibande is a very talented boxer, and big things coming for him in the future as well. Roarke, just going back to your fight really quickly, I know that you said you want to dispatch him, but performance-wise for you, if it does go to points, because some of these Philippines guys can be quite tough as well. I mean, are you ready for every possible outcome?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been training long and hard. I've been training, I think it was about a week off since I took a week off of my when I arrived from France, and I was right back into it, and then I went to the UK for 5 weeks. So I've been training for a long time now. So I'm ready for a fight if it goes the distance. And if it goes the distance, I just want it to be clinically clean and really neat, nice performance, good abilities. As always, I try and put a good show on for the crowd. And again, if the knockout comes, it comes. And if it doesn't, it's going to be a shutout from round 1 to 10. I know the Filipinos and the international guys are tough. I've seen that. I've experienced that. It's quite cool that, I've fought so many international fights. It's just brought me experience. I feel like I'm weathered in that sense. I've been a professional nearly 10 years now. People get shocked when I say that. So I've experienced quite a few things. And even though I've experienced quite a few things, I still think there's a lot for me to see and a lot for me to earn, and a lot of things that are still coming my way. And then August 9th, it just obviously carries on with that when I get him, when I get that win under my belt. But yeah, just a nice polished performance on the 9th of August to remind people that I'm still that guy. I haven't fallen off, I haven't fallen to the wayside. So very excited about that. And like I say, to pull that win off, will be very happy. I'll be very happy, very relieved, and then sail off into the sunset and keep busy until the next one.
All right, perfect. I'm going to skip the question about sending your opponent a message, because I know you don't do that.
Never.
But all right, and I just thought I'd just change the scenery real quick as we head over to the Brian Mitchell Boxing Academy here. Roarke, just lastly, do you want to send any thank yous, any shout outs to anybody?
Yeah, definitely. We've just wrapped up our session, getting closer to the fight, getting closer to August 9th. And I wouldn't be out without these people, and that's Rodney Berman, Golden Gloves, for giving me an opportunity and always believing in the cause. Always backing me. My sponsors, ACDC Dynamics, TVL, Gas Energy, Top Bet Sports Betting. The rest, you guys, honestly, you do the best for me. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, constantly believing in me. And you guys are the power behind this vehicle. So without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, that's Top Bet, ACDC Dynamics, Gas Energy, TVL, Renegade Consulting, Performance Purist, my coach Josh from Performance Purist, always getting me into great shape. Vusim Tolo for getting me into great shape. My manager Marco Louis, not only being a top manager but also being a brother to me. So yeah, thank you to everybody. My wife Shelby for always looking after me, making sure that I got everything I need that I can possibly imagine or ask for, on top of being a full-time mom to a newborn baby. I know it's tough, but I love you and I'm so grateful for you. You mean the world to me. And just my friends and family, everybody, shout out to Hayden from SA Boxing Talk for getting involved and giving us exposure. Look forward to seeing you all on August 9th.